Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 16 of my Homeless Decorator Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And we are at the clients, and if you may have noticed, we have less money because I did renovate our house, which we will see when we go back after this gig. So let's come here and knock on the door. And it's Love Day, so we'll have to also celebrate that after her day of work. Hopefully it's not a long one, so she can actually celebrate that. And perhaps invite Ryland over on a date. Let's go back until it accepts that we are coming in. Okay. All right. I'm not sure why. Okay. Maybe I just have the walls up. Yep. That's all it is. Let's come do a cheerful introduction. And another. Somehow we have a friendship with her. We have no relationship. I don't know why we have a relationship with one and not the other. So both Kara and Beatrice are from my foster child challenge, but I just transferred them into this save. I transferred a bunch of my foster children, young adults, after essentially they'd been raised, into this save. And actually, Eileen's father is one of my foster children. But of course, they didn't maintain any of their relationships when they came in, so they don't actually know that they know each other. So anyway, so this is this house, and let's try, though we only have to do a room. Let's put this up here. I'm pretty sure it's just a room. Was a referral. So we need to come in here and do the usual and try and ask about favorite color, ask about, hobbies, may as well, and ask about taste and decor, to see if that helps us with, additional information than what we will get here, because we're only going to get 4 officially for this, and there are 2 Sims. So, and we obviously get to pick the room, since that's how it works with room renovations. It's not very much pay, but it's a huge budget. So, complain about the heat. Well, it looks, hopefully, Colin stays at school today, unlike last time. Ask about favorite color. I didn't see any pop-ups about any information. So, but we'll ask anyways, and then we'll go into the client questions. Ask about taste and decor. Oh, that's funny that she doesn't like purple. Given that we just did a whole renovation. Dislikes cooking. Really? That's an interesting thing the game assigned you. And dislikes patio decor. Well, that honestly isn't very useful. So we're going to ask about... we can do this suggest we should try that. It's not like if we fail, who cares? 600 simoleons isn't very much to lose, other than I guess you do get the hit to your reputation. That's not so good. And also, I don't know if it helps us with getting our promotion, which we're already at level 9, so we only have 1 more level to go. But we just got that 1 promotion, so I wouldn't expect that. So there we have dislikes woodworking or handiness, and dislikes bowling. Well, that's also not very... Why don't we ask to see mood board? It's not very handy. And we'll see what happens. I think we get them more quickly now that we're up higher. I have no idea what the bold makeover is. We shall see. Oh, we dislike rocket science. Why don't we go over here and ask to see her Simtrist board. You guys look like you might be tough with what we're learning here, which isn't really that much and not very helpful on here at all. Dislikes bowling, rocket science, and handiness. And we had a dislike cooking. Is that what we get? Oh, and we like media production. Okay. That's quite funny. Well, that's not helpful at all. So let's come here and go and try this suggest bold home makeover ideas and see if we get anything out of that. Oh, you're celebrating? It's not New Year's. It's Love Day. Actually, I think these two might actually be the grown-up versions of the 5 toddlers that were in the toddler stuff pack ad. So I think they were like, because my original foster children were the 5 from that. They were on the gallery, and I downloaded them as toddlers. And this is how they aged up. I'm pretty sure. I think these 2 were. I don't know that her dad was. I think her dad was maybe someone who I got. So we got. I don't really know what happened with that. It didn't look like anything, to be honest. I think it was just a... Did we get any pop-up there? No. All right. Well, we know to avoid purple. And, patio decor is pretty easy to avoid. But that's fine. So we're going to send them away and get this... Pick our room that we're going to renovate. We're not renovating the kitchen since someone does not like cooking. There's no point renovating the kitchen. Since we're going to be able to pick the room. Probably do a bedroom. So, bye-bye. And let's take a look at the house. So, it looks like, honestly, this room really needs a renovation because they've got 2 young adults living here. And this looks like a kid's room. And they do have an office, but, it's okay. So, let's turn this little room here into, or maybe what I will do is I'm going to make this the office and possibly give her a bigger room. These doors are kind of a waste of space, I have to say. They don't really allow, anyways. Okay, so let's take, we're going to take a before photo there, and then we're going to take a before photo there. There's no one to talk to. They've left. You should stop talking. All right, I forgot. I haven't done that for a while. That when you change to a different location. Okay, I'm going to just escape and try this again because the doors are in our way. Interior take before photo. I have done room when I first got the pack. I did a whole bunch of rooms for a room because I didn't know which one to do. That's not why I'm doing it this time. This time I'm actually doing it because this is kind of a small room. So I think give this room, make it the office and give the bigger room as a bedroom makes a lot of sense. And we shall see. We have a lot of money to spend for doing this. And that door's in the way again. Oh, well, whatever. I don't care. There we go. So we got some before photos. And, she's got to go to the bathroom. You should go here and you should go now. No point needing to go when the client's coming. So I'm going to just do the renovation. I'm not actually going to show it. I'll just show the after before the client comes. And I will be back. So she's finished with her renovation. I had a hard time sticking to only one room, but what I ended up doing was making the kids' room into, a young adult room. But I expanded it by making it bigger because I was able to change the walls and the office became smaller. And part of what I did is I changed the doors going in so that I had more room inside the room. And I did the same thing with this guest room over here. And I changed her outfit because for some reason she was in a cold weather outfit. And then in the new room, I gave whoever's in that room a really good bed. So then I felt bad. So I got rid of the Mod Pod bed that was there and just replaced it with an okay bed with the little bit. I had to finagle a little bit, change things around, but I managed to. But that's not the focus, obviously, of the renovation. So let's, I have the pictures taken, but let's just take a quick before the client comes. Here is the, young adult bedroom, more suited versus what was there, which was definitely a child's bedroom. And then this is their smaller office, and they do have a bookshelf there, and they still have a chess table. But since someone liked media production, I got them this Mixmaster station, and then there's their desk with actually a pretty good laptop on it. So that took a lot of, but they had a big budget, so I spent it. So anyways, and then just as here is just this room. It's not very different. I just gave this bed and changed out the mirror and put some decoration on there and gave her her own little chair and changed the picture because this was, I think, less expensive than the picture that was there. And I thought it looked nice. And I just, she didn't have a picture over her bed, I don't think. She had a different mirror, 2 little mirrors. So I just changed it, just slight facelift, and then changed the flooring all over the, because I changed the flooring in these 2 rooms, and then I was like, well, it kind of looks odd with the other flooring being different, so I changed the flooring everywhere. So we're going to call the client back, and we're going to see whether or not they like it. Let's go here, call clients to the lot. So I'll pick the pictures, which there aren't many, and I will be back. So obviously we're going to say yes to hosting the reveal event. And let's see if it actually works. And they're already here. Just calling them. And it's a good thing she lives in Oasis Springs. Reveal renovations to the client. Now, will the slideshow come up this time? It didn't in the last part. It's just a short one, so hopefully it will. I know when I recovered and went back, it showed. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it. Like I said, in the recovered version, it came back. Oh, it's 3 o'clock and Colin is here. Well, I don't think we're seeing the slideshow after all. Again. All right. Oh, there it is. Good. I was like, I mean, because I recovered for when I did do the build. I recovered and went back and had to get the pictures again. And I was able to get a slideshow that I showed in like the Munch's build video. But I didn't think to do that when I was actually editing the actual video. So there we go. It was not very many pictures. Didn't take very many before. So couldn't take many after. Since I realized, I ended up going with a modern. Oh, we still can't show anything off. Well, why don't we just chat? She's cleaning up. We won't bother. We'll just go. Heartfelt compliment. Is she? We don't want a heartfelt compliment again. Ask about day. I'm not sure who's getting this room. That's her dad. No, we're okay. What's with Colin when we're with our clients? We could ask. See, I don't know what this suggests bold makeover ideas didn't seem to really do anything, I have to say. So why don't we go check this out? Check this out. I guess check this out. Oh, you know what we should do? Check this out, because someone liked media production, so that's a good thing to check out. It's the only thing that actually I did, because everything else, I just avoided purple. That's kind of what my thing was. Avoid purple, and obviously the patio, I didn't even bother trying to avoid it, because there seemed no point in trying to avoid it, because there's not that much that's patio. So hopefully I didn't get anything that was patio in here. Oh, someone didn't like something. She has a thumbs down. Well, we may not go very well. Maybe she doesn't like modern. Well, then she should have told us that when we asked her taste in decor, because we did. Okay, well, we'll see, because that's a very, very big thing to thumbs down the bed. What's she going here? She's happy from reading the room, but I mean, I can't say I'm happy from reading the room, but can we just get this over with so we can get on with our love day? Because, it was only 600 simoleons. I would like a good review, but, it's not as critical. Not as critical. Why don't you, we can't have him build any skills. Okay, I was going to have him build some skills, but we can't. And okay, well, I'm just going to wait for them to give their verdict. I hope we don't have to stay here till 9, because that's kind of a long time, and it's love day. I probably should have done the living room, but like I said, I'm just going to wait, and whenever they come up and they say they're ready, I'll be back. Okay, they had a little conversation, I think, about it. So we're going to ask for final verdict, because they sat there and chatted for quite a little while. Not with Elaine, with each other. Oh, good. I was concerned about her because she gave a thumbs down little thing. So let's go. Where is, I kind of hope that means she's happy. But like I said, I should have probably done the living room area. But that bedroom was just dying to be done. That's why I was like, oh, I got to do that kid's bedroom and give them an actual adult bedroom. So there we go. We got our 600. We supposedly got our reputation improved significantly, and they liked it. So that bumped our performance up. So I will take her home, and I'll be back when we get there. Well, she's back home, and it is Love Day. Before we get into that, I'm going to show the renovation of the house because it is quite a bit different. So let's actually, before we do that, we're going to drag these pictures that are in our inventory and just sell them. I took them all off the wall. And we got this the other day and we never actually opened it. So let's open that too. Oh, she got some shelving. Be classy, be spontaneous, be flexible, be all the bees with new Be modular shelving. Would you make sure to spread the joy of our new? So she got an acute desk made for discerning space savers by Be modular in our household inventory. Well, I should have opened that before I did the renovation, but at some point I'll take it out. So I'm just going to show the speed renovation of what I did, and I'll talk over and explain what I did with that. So what I didn't show is that I put everything into our family inventory, and then you'll see I got rid of that roof, and I'm just building walls, and I place them elsewhere because I don't want them to actually join because I want to keep the micro lot trait. But I just wanted to have actual walls as opposed to actually using a roof. And the table, I believe, moves. That ends up being where the living room area is, and I wasn't sure about the size of the sort of skilling area in the back, but I ended up leaving it as it was. And in doing all of this, we do lose the ladder, which I put in later towards the end. And of course, it does mean that it's not as high for the trees underneath there, but seems to still work okay. And I decided she has enough money that we should fence the yard. I don't think it matters so much. I just know with certain naps, I think the self-sufficiency, at least at one point, Sims would come and harvest your garden, take your stuff away. Here I'm putting some more things away, and because I'm going to do the same thing here. So they end up with massive rooms because I did it to match the size of how far out the roof went. Not really taking into account the fact that they had those walls, so the last two tiles, they didn't actually have that space, so they get really, really big rooms. So that's just kind of the way it is. So that's how I find if you don't want to join the walls, is you just have the walls and just do them elsewhere and place them, and then it doesn't seem to match up and form a room, which is what we're doing, of course, in this case, because we want it not to be a room, because the only room is that little area where the kitchen is, and everything else is just walls with roofs on top. Yep. And so we get our benefit of our micro lot trait, and I might have lost those windows. I think I did have windows upstairs, and I put them back. And of course, I have a couple of exits from the house to the various areas. And now I'm just grabbing stuff to put out. And all of this because we adopted a cat, and I need to get some stuff for a cat. And I don't even think I've got the stuff for the cat yet. I went right into the renovation I'd been thinking of doing and wasn't sure whether to do it or if I should go right for an actual proper house. But, it's just as easy just to expand on what was here as opposed to replace everything and build a whole home. So that's what I ended up doing instead. But yeah, you can see, especially the room for Colin. Well, I mean, they're the same size, but it's huge because it doesn't even have a double bed. It's a bunk bed. So it's massive. Especially for me, I don't tend to make my bedrooms that big. So they were finally getting some stuff for the kitten, and I got them a proper toilet, and then I decided to put that broken toilet back out, or the dirty toilet. I don't know if it was broken or just dirty, but I kept it, just stuck it in the other room that's off of Elaine's room. So yeah, so that's kind of it. And I'm just getting a little bit more, making some purchases for their room. I decided to stick with the candle lights that, of course, we got from the decoration thing. But the advantage is that they keep our bills down because their candles are not electric. And yay, they got a chicken coop. So I thought that would be fun. They don't have room for a animal shed. They take too much space. But the chicken coop, they're not too big. They're not small, but they're not too big. You can fit them in a lot easier in different places than you can the other. And of course, as a result, I extend that yard area. And looking for a mirror. I think I wanted her to have a mirror in here. And I like these little shelves. I use them in my cottage living Let's Play too, to put the candles or lights or whatever on top of them. And in that case, they're off the grid, so it is candles. Here, I use candles, or my favorite one is the little lantern. That's kind of cheap. And I think I end up getting a couple of them just to brighten up the space a little bit more so it's not quite so dim. But I still kept those candles that we got. And I'm like, do I get them a better TV? And I'm like, oh, let's put that all back in Colin's room. So he's got a little seating area. And I got them an actual fireplace and a coffee table there. Because I do find the thing with those shelves is the stuff on them kind of disappears from your view when you're in live mode if you don't have the walls all the way up. So I had the bookcase there, but I took it off. But the Sims find it anyway, so that's okay. Though it's not so good for putting dishes on, because then they know they're there and they get held up and don't do it. But yeah, that was a reward from her gold date that she had. I don't know if we're getting close to being finished. Yeah, I think we are. So I give her a recycler, though we don't actually use the reduce and recycle lot trait, or lot challenge, I should say. Whether we will, I don't really know. But I think here's where I'm going to I add some windows there. And I give her solar panels and some, I believe, after I do that, I think I give her some windmills. Yeah, so to help cut down on the power bills. And just ones for the roof. And then I realize I need to add that ladder back, so I do that. But that is actually the changes that I made to their house. So they have proper walls now, and a little bit more light, and just a little bit more space in general, and a chicken coop. But we'll see that all in action in the next part. That is going to be it for this part. Leave a like if you like the video. It really helps with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.